Right here, big dog. Hey, Jacobs, thank you for the 4 months, my dude. Just waiting on my game to patch up real quick. Did not think I was going to be so late today. Like, finishing lunch and all that fun stuff. Alrighty. We're almost ready. New Rapture changes. I'm just about to dive into it. It's on wowhead.com. Right there. I actually don't like the post they made. Human race replacing diplomacy. It's like, the fuck? Yeah. Pin message. Check pin. Pins up. I'm still updating the video game. All right. Now, what's this about Rapture? There's a lot of changes, too. But did anybody watch that video I just made the other day? Where I was like, they should make it so that abilities do more healing in 5-mans. Boom! Like, across the board. Talk about timing. How you doing, Chunks? Happy Wednesday. My day has been a freaking whirlwind. My credit card actually, like, physically stolen, and I don't really know how that happened. But luckily, those people were idiots, and they tried to buy $2,000 worth of Apple products right away. And needless to say, that did not work out for them. But I had a lot of fun just making sure that I was not on the hook for that. So we take those. I also just wish I knew how it was stolen. Because I don't know if it was from my gym bag. Someone, like, had my lock combination or had a key or something. Yeah, I have 2 cards, and they stole the one in the back of my wallet. Right? Which is weird. So, yeah, I don't quite know, like, what I did wrong to, like, give somebody an opportunity, right? You see, time convergence no longer grants stamina when using a defensive longer than 45 seconds. Also specifies it only functions when casting non-defensive abilities. Sends power while enabled. Allies with their major cooldown active will be highlighted in the game field and display a buff icon. Huh? Wait, what are you talking about, Heal? AC buffs? Yeah, I saw a little bit of that. So, I had a whole rich day. Found out my credit card was stolen. Fixed that. Made sure they didn't charge me. Went to get a haircut. And also a shave, too. Oh my god, they did a really good job with the shave. And then I came back and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to stream today. And then apparently I was 30 minutes late to finding out that there's changes. Listen to me all these years making a video called Bring Back Spirit. I already liked it before watching it. My man. Holy Light heals for so much more than WOG and LOD. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, the bright side is they tried to buy something like $2,000 worth of shit at Apple, and of course it got declined. So I'm not on the hook for anything. But yeah, I just wish I, like, knew. Oh, I left my wallet out somewhere, and then somebody just grabbed it or something. I want to know how to, like, fix it, but whatever. We'll see. Dreamflight, healing increased outside of raids. Mana cost of Blossom reduced. Flow state can trigger from a power spells cast from stasis. Ooh. How you doing, Madison? Threads of Fate no longer triggers from a power spells cast from stasis. It's necessary to balance threads between AUG and Prez. Threads tooltip also indicates casting into power, while flow state does not. Hunter survival. No changes. Dude, hunters are so bad right now that I'm getting, like, comments on healer videos about how bad Hunter is. Oh, man. Indeed, very poor healers. Yeah. Help us, Jack. We're in shambles. It's basically, man. Yep. Mistweaver, just stay winning. I have no idea, Coffee. That's the thing, is like I just keep seeing like people commenting on like healer videos about how bad Hunter is. I'm just like, shit, man, I don't know. Yeah, I saw they had some Oracle stuff, so I'm gonna get to that in a sec. So they basically are making all these raid healing cooldowns stronger in dungeons, which is cool. Revival decreases healing beyond 5 targets and stuff, so it'll basically be the same for a raid, but it'll be stronger for dungeons. Allies with Rem receive 15% more healing from you, and renewing mist duration is increased by 2 seconds. Choice note with Harmony. Oh, I was gonna say, this feels similar to Chi Harmony. Or passive option focused on AoE. Chi Harmony now restricting the movement of Rem for its duration has its pros and cons. We feel this addition opens up optionality. Yep. That's kind of good. Invigorating Mist no longer counts full health allies among its splash cap, but its healing has been decreased. Cool. Yeah, so Avenging Crusader doesn't cost Holy Power to activate, and it grants an additional charge of Crusader Strike for the duration, and its duration is increased by 3 seconds. Okay, so this is weird, right? And it'll also reduce the cooldown of Judgment. So Avenging Crusader gets like crazy good synergy with more Crusader Mites and more Judgment casts. But then they're also making Holy Light stronger, with Infusion increasing the healing of Holy Light instead of granting Holy Power, and Inflow buffing the healing further. So it's like a divergence. Instead of like, I guess, the middle of the road where you're able to build up Holy Power, instead of being able to like build up Holy Power and then like cast Spenders and everything like that, instead you have to choose between like Disc Priest like damage to healing or straight caster stuff. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, it's been a day, Delenko. You know, credit card got stolen, got a haircut, got a shave, got Raising Canes. You know, we're doing all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Been there. Yeah, thankfully I'm not on the hook for anything, so it's all good. Yeah. All right, where's this Rapture change?
Please, Blizzard, stop this halfway stuff with Hull. Either go back to full caster in ranged or full
melee. My man, Matt. Thank you for the 10 months. All right, let's break down this stuff first. Void Wraith damage reduced, Void Flay damage reduced, no surprise. They nerfed a bit of the slow, again, no surprise. Yeah, Canes is pretty damn good. I also had to go out of my way for the haircut, and so on the way back I saw there was a Canes, and usually there's no Canes near me, so I was like, this is perfect. How you doing, Zelia? So no surprise there's damage nerfs. Void Heart increases its Omen healing by 10%. That's fine. Collapsing Void damage reduced. This is actually pretty fine and also kind of good, because I don't really want too much of the power being in the explosion at the end. I know, I got a big thing of cane sauce next to me. And Void Blast damage reduced, that's fine. Because again, your Void Blast is already going to get buffed by Shadow Covenant, right? So it's like, this stuff's no big deal. I was like fully expecting these nerfs to happen. The numbers are a little too high right now. That's fine. If too much power was like put into Voidweaver, basically, you would basically never have like any output outside of Mind Blast. And yeah, numbers will be modified. The fact that they didn't change the design of Voidweaver is the biggest thing, you know? You can get extra crispy fries. Oh shit, dude. Well, I got a Caniac combo, so I'm good on eats. All right, we got a couple new talents for Oracle. Divine Providence, Premonition gains an additional charge. Desperate Measures, Desperate Prayer lasts an additional 10 seconds. Meh. Angelic Bulwark's Absorb is increased by 15% of your max health, so they basically double the strength of Angelic Bulwark. Interesting. Save the day. For 6 seconds after casting Leap, you may cast it a second time for free. Ooh. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, you get the double grip, baby. Be pretty annoying with that. Hey, Bizzle. So Clairvoyance, after casting Premonition of Solace, your next Premonition grants all your Premonition effects at 100% effectiveness. So Solace, if I remember correctly, is the healing taken increase. So they basically make it so that Solace is equated to running everything or using everything. It's kind of cool. Premonition now only changes to the next spell in the sequence when Premonition is cast. Hey, you no longer have to catch the buffs. Woo! Yep. Good. That's a good change. Prompt Deliverance has been removed and replaced with Save the Day. Save the Day was the extra Leap of Faith stuff. I think Prompt Deliverance was like the feathers? Or I forget what it was before. Doesn't matter. It's gone now. Divine Feathers now increase the movement speed bonus of Feather by 10%. Not bad, not bad. Oh, is it a spell CD? Yeah, thank you, Milk. Perfect Vision is now a choice against Fatebender and reduced the cooldown of Premonition by 15 seconds, was 6. Fatebender increased the effect of Premonition by 30% and no longer has conditional requirements. Okay, so you basically can cast button more, or you can have stronger effect. That's good. Narrowed Vision's been removed in place of Divine Providence. Divine Providence is in Perfect Vision's previous location. Preventative Measures no longer increases the value of Powered Shield for Holy or Prayer of Mending for Disc. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Assured Safety no longer causes Shield to trigger Prayer of Mending. Ah, nice. No Prayer of Mending for Shields. Yay! Yeah, these are really big ones. Really, really big ones. Assured Safety now applies 2 stacks of Prayer of Mending, was 1. And applies a shield at 25%. Effectiveness was 20%. Okay. Wait, so now I'm confused. I guess casting a Prayer of Mending also just applies 2 more Prayer of Mending stacks, and then your shield just gets an extra shield? Since they're not triggering those effects? That's what I got from that. We'll test it. So Grand Reveal is when you get enough stacks, you get another Premonition charge, and it's been replaced with Clairvoyance, which is after you cast Solace on an ally, your Premonition gives you everybody all the effects. Okay, so that's cool. So you cycle through the usual buffs and everything. You just cycle through the usual buffs and stuff. And then basically you just get a juicy buff that you put on one person when you put Solace on somebody. So instead of Solace being terrible and wasted and everything, now it's just the best of all of them because it gives everything. Okay. Prophet's Will, your flash and shield are 30% more effective when casting yourself. Your flash, heal, and serenity are more effective when casting yourself, so that's kind of neat. It's probably in the survivability tier. Yeah. It's pinned at the top of chat, crazy. We'd like Rapture to be a more satisfying cooldown that flows well with the rotation. With that goal in mind, we're removing the time pressure aspect of the cooldown and increasing the impact of each powered shield so that it can be used to triage damage in a more careful and interesting way. Yeah. Rapture increases the absorb of your next 3 shields by 80%, was increases by 40%. I dig it, I dig it. So again, they're making the change to raid healing cooldowns, blah, blah, blah. And so as a result, they're buffing Luminous Barrier. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-freaking-doo. I dig this, though. I dig this Rapture kind of stuff because, like I mentioned, you can actually just use it as more of like a life-saving resource. Disc doesn't really have good tools, you know, especially in a raid. If somebody's like taking damage, you're kind of like, hey, I have a flash heal proc, but good luck, you know? And so many times, I can't tell you how many times people have said, hey, Rapture feels like a shit cooldown in raids, or in keys, right? And I'm like, yeah, it is. Just use it before anything happens. Yeah, we're reading that right now, Jaden. Yeah, this is it's pretty sick. Yeah, so Rapture, actually good button in a 5-man. Actually a little bit more like triage in raids. Kind of the same story, honestly. You could just burn it into tanks or burn it into like yourself as an extra defensive. Because I mean, you could also just shield yourself while Rapture's up, and if you were playing Oracle for some strange reason, you know. Not bad, not bad. So they increased the Divine Hymn healing. Nice. Alright, let's see. No changes for Archon. Let's see how this Oracle stuff goes. And there are more healer changes, and we're gonna dive into more stuff. Is there... Okay, so there's not really... The heaviest changes by far are for Priest and Pally, right? So we're gonna start with Priest, Oracle, and then we're gonna go to Pally from there, and then we're gonna clean up the rest. Okay. That's our game plan. How would it affect the ramp and raid? Do you spam renews? Yeah, I mean, you would still use those shields. You could activate Rapture inside your ramp or outside of it. It wouldn't really matter. I think what you would probably end up doing is using it more or less on cooldown and then just like putting it into the tanks, or, you know, maybe like holding it for 5 or 10 seconds to use on you and other vulnerable people, you know? But the way I kind of see it is like, if I was preparing for a ramp, I could just hit Rapture and start applying all my atonements regularly. And then when shield cooldowns comes back, then I would basically be able to shield the most injured targets. And I'd always think of using my shield in a way to put onto the targets that are going to take a ton of damage. Like the Boomkins, the Hunters, the Shamans, whatever. All right, so I'm in Holy Spec right now. So I have increased duration of Renew, whoop-de-doo. Actually, that is good synergy, I'm not going to lie, with Healing Chorus and a raid. Next, heal or Poe to be instant and costless mana. Cooldown of Powered Life. We do love our life. So I want to see how that goes. It's actually weird that it's heal, but whatever.
12 months. That's like more than 3.
I know. Crazy, Zoo. Thank you for the full year. Yeah, those changes are nice for raid cooldowns, Delenko. I like it a lot. Yeah, that's the thing, Matt, is like, I think your Rapture use could be used for a ramp, but it could also just be used for those areas where, you know, prio target healing is important. Just kind of depends on how you play around the cooldown, you know? Because if you're not casting Renews with Train of Thought to reduce the shield cooldown, then you have to wait. And there's nothing wrong with waiting, because as long as you get the value, but you just have to be a little more strategic about it. They need to make foreseen circumstances, the Guardian Spirit stuff, stronger. They really do. What's your favorite color? What makes you so tough? Comps low on spot coverage? Yeah, exactly. I think it's gonna be more fight by fight on how you use it. So, what was the big press change? I know they did Blossom. And a couple of the hero talents, right? And Dreamflight. Yeah, and Flow State, Threads of Fate. Okay. Yeah, so here's the game plan. Oracle Priest for Holy Disc. Then Holy Pally. And then Prez and Totem Shaman and like everything else that got like small minor changes. Yeet. No one's playing Dreamflight and M+. Oh, I doubt it, but like, it's more about the principle. Right? That's kind of what they're going for, is they want all of the raid cooldowns for all of the healers to be a bit stronger. That's all. So they're now made it like 400% Gal. They now made it like 400%. So I'm not sure if they're getting rid of that bonus text. I'll check it in a sec. Yeah, so Divine Feathers. Oh, yeah, it actually is. It's increasing your feathers, but it's also doing the copy of the feathers. Yeah. I fuck with Save the Day, though. I'm not going to lie. Imagine double gripping somebody to save their life. Oh. All right, I want better effects out of my Premonition. Love it, love it. Your flash heal and Serenity are more effective on you. I'm not gonna lie, this Desperate Measure stuff is actually quite good. Especially for gamers that are kind of struggling to like perfectly use their defensives too. You have the passive increase to Bulwark and makes it a real defensive. Like 30% of your HP is actually like a real defensive now. Not Lua error, smile. Let me see. Yeah. It was into a Mammoth Lava Wave and Neltherus. What a king. My bad, just Priest, I'm doing 20, 30k DPS, 160k HPS at 498. I mean, it sounds like dungeons, right? It just honestly depends on what the dungeon you're doing, you know? If you want like a good metric, especially in dungeons for like success, work on your Shadow Covenant uptime. Like check your Shadow Covenant in the details auras section at the end of every run. Make sure you're on overall and try to work on getting your Shadow Covenant uptime to 50% or higher, you know? And then you'll be chilling. Oh, ow. Oh, yeah. So permanent casts apply a shield to your target. Wait. Now I'm confused. Assured safety no longer causes shield to trigger Prayer of Mending, and no longer causes Prayer of Mending to trigger a shield for... Oh, okay. It's just one only. Yeah. 1 in 5s, yeah. I mean, for one, I'm sure you know that your gear is going to get better. It's going to get a lot better over time. My build saved. Boy, vey. But yeah, your gear and stuff like that's going to get better over time, so don't stress. Don't freak. What in carnation is going on? Shield discipline. Oh. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh my god. That's what's going on. Oh my god, it's contrition as well. I didn't even see it. My eyes just glazed over. And I missed it. My lord. Oh. I see you. God, what? Void shields. Huh. I am glad they made a bunch of changes to these trees. Okay, it's looking a little bit better. I DM Uncle Ian and let him know I didn't get alpha. Must be a mistake, right? Trying because it worked to get the DK changes to start rolling? Absolutely, I'll get right on it for you. Anything for you, King. So shield casts apply 2 stacks of palm to my target. Okay. Wait, now I'm confused. Assured safety no longer causes shield to trigger Prayer of Mending for discipline. But it does though. Huh? I mean, I guess it seems like they just deleted this and then added this. I guess that's what it is. Maybe, yeah. Maybe. That's strange. Anyway, point being, there's no stacks to track anymore. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Still the same stuff with grip. Still the same stuff with paints up being freaking sweet. I'm just gonna go for increased effects for now, you know. But yeah, dude, it's I mean, those are gonna be some beefy ass shields on yourself. Those are gonna be some freaking beefy shields. After casting Solace, your next... Oh, okay. Hang on. After casting Solace, your next Premonition grants you everything. Interesting. Okay. Got it. How do I get another charge? Oh yeah, Divine Providence here. You just natty have it, okay. Instead of casting Prayer of Mending and send target? Yeah. I think that's how it is. And I'm sure we're gonna see all the aspects of Void Weaver also interact with Atonement now. Some of them were not. Okay, so that is interesting. Also, like I said, I'm not gonna lie, having Desperate Prayer be a longer duration. Yeah, 20 seconds of uptime. It's not bad at all, man. It's not bad at all. do that there, do that there. I do really like what they've done with the new spell tree, or the spell book. Good old Premonition. 65% of overhealing on allies be redistributed. Woo! Yeah, they still probably have to do some good balancing for that. But, you know, baby steps. So casting Prayer of Mending is no longer applying any shields. Don't need that in the tree. Yeah, new spellbook is really, really nice. Okay, so it is on the global cooldown. Do I get 2 stacks of instant radiances? Oh my god. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yo, Matt, thank you for giving the gift of the sub to Crazy Shark. I forgot about this. Wait, actually, what? Now I'm confused. Hang on, how is this happening? It's instant, cost less mana, but how is its cooldown getting reduced? How is Radiance's cooldown getting reduced? Chat, how did this happen? The cash activate Diana ring? Yeah. Shadow flame damage. Shadow and flame. Premonition buff? Oh, yeah. Premonition of insight. Yeah. That's right. Sorry, I thought I was in a different... It's piety, then insight, then solace. Okay, cool. So wait, if I do that, then I could get all that cooldown reduction for my radiances, right? So I could basically stack up Waste No Time's buff. So I could double tap Premonition, get Piety and Insight. I know you may not want to get Piety instantly, though. I'm just using this as an example. But I guess what you could do is you could, like, Insight into Solace and then get, like, 3 Radiances out of it. That's kind of cool. So, this next one is going to be Solace, and then it's going to be all the buffs. Blue, thank you for the 27 months and the Prime. So I have the Solace buff, and I guess it overlaps it, but I still have 2 Waste No Time buffs. So I can Radiance, Radiance, and then Radiance again, and then start pumping. That is pretty cool. An engagement about spirit. I don't know. Yeah, I knew that was going to be more controversial. Tome, and I don't know if I should take it over a gear piece, but in like your vault. All right, so here's what I want to do. I want to try Piety on its own, just do its thing, and then I want to build up the next 2 buffs. Right? If I just, you know, do its thing and cast buttons, yay, overheal redirect, huzzah, right? Because my main thing is if you're building up to 2 stacks... actually... maybe you would want the cooldown reduction here. Because you would take cooldown reduction... and then you can have it on a 1.5 minute cooldown to align with your evangelism in a raid. Yeah. I think they need to make Rapture a 1 minute cooldown now. 1.5 minute cooldown for 3 shields. Yeah. Oh, it does also make them have no cooldown. Oh, sick. Okay, cool. That is actually sick. Where would it say that? Yeah, it just says it increases the absorb here. They didn't actually say that whole thing. Yeah, so Rapture, immediately shield your target, and your next 3 shields have no cooldown and absorb 80% additional damage. So it's pretty sick. All the changes are pinned at the top of chat on Wowhead. Lots of Oracle Priest changes. Yeah, so like, you're still getting this regular 100k shield, 150k, 150k, 150, 150. Yes, so it's 4 total shields. Premonition similar to Blessing of Summer? No, so Premonition's all it's all the same. Wanted to say I really enjoyed your video on Spirit today. I disagree with what you said, but I'd love to hear you say it. Thanks, man. I knew that one was gonna be more controversial, so it's all good. I don't expect everyone to agree with me. Let's see. Holy DMs, Batman. It's one of the most demented DMs. Thank you, Matt. Can't splash the canes, you know? Whew. You will have to use Exaltation. Oh, wait, they changed that. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, gimme, man. Denalia, thank you so much for the 4 months. They didn't put that in the note. The fuck, man? Yeah, that's pretty sick. Bezel, thank you for giving the gift of the sub to Shamu. Thank you. And kicking off the hype train. Much love, much love. Oh, they're too kind. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, there's all these things that they didn't actually, like, make notes for. I gotta go down the line and see what else they changed. Rapture's cooldown starts when you hit it. No, wait, it should. Oh, weird. It begins when you consume that last shield. Weird. Okay. I don't really like that. Rapture's cooldown begins after all shields are expended. I don't know if bug report or not. Can you get the first shield on target? Yeah. So like what you have to do is you have to make like a mouse over macro for Rapture and like mouse over the target and then Rapture them. Yeah, I don't know if that's intended or not. again, alpha, early changes to an ability. Who knows? Might as well report it and we'll see what happens. But still, five shields, no CV, and almost double healing, or double shielding. Pretty nice. I do kind of miss our dots doing real damage, though. That is a little bit unfortunate right now. Alright, so what I wanted to try was, like, double tapping Insight. Wait, so I have 2 charges to waste no time. How did I also get another super buff? What the fuck? Oh yeah, you can also just mash shields and take advantage of the insight buff that way too. Yeah. These are all alpha changes for the next expansion, Inc. After you activate it, you can start it, wait until the cooldown's almost over, use the shields, then pop it again. Lets you stack the usage. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, though. I mean, you would basically not be able to cast shields for quite a while. You know? Yeah. I don't think there's anything, like, super necessarily wrong with that. Right, this version of Oracle versus Archon is interesting. I think this is a lot more interesting than what they previously had. Discontends is really bad that I use Flash, Confused, and Spot Healing. You basically just hit Radiance and just muscle heal. Yeah. Combo trinkets for disc in Season 4. I've been running Ward all the time. After that, I've been kind of messing around with different things. I've had some Rage Heart dungeons. For like raw output, I've been going OCE or the Incarnate Icon. Yeah. I don't know if it really trivializes a boss fight, though. I mean, your shields aren't that big. I have 600,000 health, and I shield myself for 63k. My Rapture shields are going to be shielding me for 150k. I don't know. I think having less than a third of your HP pool getting shielded up is not bad. It's not insane, I should say. Yeah. Luminous Barrier, it's more of like the principle of the thing. That's why they're changing the whole Luminous Barrier deal. I don't think it's actually going to be that insane in dungeons. So. Might actually let a hunter stand in fire. Oh god. Hopefully not. Because, I mean, yeah, it's, 118k shield, whoop-de-doo, you know? I'm not too worried about that. Not too worried about that at all. Tier set bonuses, ooh. Tier set names. Shards of Living Luster for Priest. Yeah, we don't know what the bonuses are. Clickbait me, cat. This is a pretty good set, though. Yeah, I think Oracle looks better. Because basically, you would, like, apply your... It's kind of weird because Waste No Time needs to have, like, no duration for it. Because basically what you want to do is you want to, like, apply your atonements, right? Alright, I've applied my atonements, and then activate my squid, and then activate my power-up, and then do something like that. Yeah. So basically, like, they gotta... I think they need to make it so Waste No Time doesn't actually have a duration for it. Premonition's not on the GCD. So what I did there is I stacked Piety and Insight. And so I Squid, Piety, Mind Blast, Insight, Penance, Shadow or Death, Penance again. And that worked out. Right, so I'm gonna like Radiance, Squid, buff myself, Mind Blast, Penance, Penance. Shouldn't I have another Insight buff? What else did I reduce to the cooldown? Did I reduce Premonition's cooldown with Insight? Yeah, that's the thing is you can get like back-to-back penances, and you can probably get another Shadow or Death in there as well. Yeah. No stat squishes. I want to see this again though. We're gonna get Piety, and then we're gonna get Insight again. I really do wish they would make Waste No Time, like have no time duration to it, so you can kind of pull it for an X ramp. The thing is, if you want to use these abilities when you're damaging, then you don't want to use your Radiances afterwards, right? And so if together these are 45-second cooldowns because you have the Perfect Vision cooldown reduction, you could like Evangelism then mash out this stuff. So like, it's like I apply atonements, do my thing, I extend their duration, hit Squid, Mind Blast, get my Insight buff, Shadow or Death, get my Penance again. I swear it only is reducing the cooldown of 2 abilities. Maybe I'm crazy. Less impetus to smash smites in Nesca without current tier. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Here's Solace, right? Check out what happens. I don't know if this is intended or not, but it instantly reduces the cooldown and gives you Clairvoyance. I don't think it's intended. So it's like you just back-to-back that as well. So like you apply your atonements, do your thing, get your super buff. And then I should have one more Insight buff. See, that's the thing that I'm confused by. I feel like it only is doing it on one. I feel like it's only doing it on one. It can't be intended? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. But it's interesting, though. Yeah. So I think Waste No Time is kind of weird for Disc. I feel like it's sometimes good, sometimes not. I'm going to check out Holy Pally in a sec. Yeah, they did a lot of changes to Oracle Priest, so I'm kind of messing around with that. And then we'll hop on and do some Pally stuff, see how that goes. Passy, thank you so much for the Prime. How strong is Disc NM Plus Season 4? It's okay. It's not as strong as it was in like Season 3, unfortunately. Over the month, I would put money on September. Jamori, thank you for the 4 months. Much love, much love. Alright, so check this out. I want to see which abilities are actually properly getting reduced by my stuff, okay? So we Squid, hit button again. Mind Blast should be 1. Where's my Insight? There it is. Penance, Oh, it consumes both of them. Yeah. It consumed both of them and gave double cooldown reduction to it. That's why. So for some strange reason, Insight is consuming both. Insight is consuming 2 charges when casting Penance buffed by Harsh Discipline. Yeah. I wonder if... So, 3 stacks. Hit Penance. 2 stacks. Death. Penance again. Yeah, I think it's a Harsh Discipline bug. Too many modifiers in the game. But again, theoretically, what could happen is you apply all your atonements. You do your thing. You squid. You Piety for the healing buff. As you Mind Blast. You like squid... Piety for the buff, Mind Blast, Insight, hit Penance, and you have only 2 or 3 seconds left on the Penance cooldown. And so then you Shadow or Death, maybe a Smite, and then you cast another Penance. And since there's no cooldown on Smite, it should give you cooldown reduction for Penance, then Death, then Penance again. Yeah? Something like that. I'm sure there's other fine-tuning people could do to really nail it down. But that makes it better. I think the biggest thing is... waste no time feels poor for raid disc when you want the healing buff after atones are applied. Let me see. When you want the Premonition after atonements are applied, but you get a limited time radiance buff that can only be used after casting Prem. Yeah. So that's part of it that feels weird. Make heal fun. You know, different strokes. So like if Waste No Time had no cooldown, then you could just like mash out some sick radiances later on. Perfect Vision actually makes it so that your Premonition can align with your Evangelism cooldown. I never have to hear anybody bitching and moaning about Rapture and Evangelism usage ever again now. So thank goodness for that. Oh, thank God for that. Luminous Barrier still sucks. So, yeah, I think life's looking pretty good for Disc Priests. Yeah. Go back to Holy real quick. Oh, man. Okay, so if you're going to use these buffs as a Holy Priest, honestly, at 50% health pool for Miraculous Recovery, I'd probably use that for Holy. But let's just say, for example, we want a cheaper and instant cast Poe, right? Just as an example. The Renewed Duration is also very, very good for the Healing Chorus buff that Holy just received in 10.2.6. Hey, the Joshers, thank you so much for the Prime. It's pinned to the top of chat, Eloy. Yeah. I think for Holy, you'd rather have increased effects rather than, like, timing. Yeah. I think you would rather have that. Oh, yeah. You know what I wonder? You know what I wonder, chat, about this ability? Flash Heal, and Holy Word Serenity are more effective when casting yourself. How does that affect Binding Heal? It should make Binding Heal even better. Hey, SF. Yeah, they did, Jaden. We got some good changes, my dude. We got some good changes. Making Alpha Oracle look a little bit better, I'm not gonna lie. So if we're getting... Oh, I guess, yeah, it's only the casts on you are more effective. So yeah, I don't think it nothing to do with Binding Heals. Alright, never mind. JK. Oh, we got a ping.
Blue Era Simulator.
I know, right, Clonk? Thank you for the 3 months, dude. Let's rapture the target you cast on. Hi, no Tusk. What up? Hang on, I gotta see if this first Rapture shield's buffed. All right, let me apply a totem to myself. Got it. Activate Rapture button. 149k. Cast another shield. 149k. Cast another shield. 149k. And that's a crit. 300k. Okay, casting Rapture. The shield casted from Rapture is buffed. So you get Rapture plus 3 or 5 if you talent into Exaltation. Okay. Oracle's a lot better. Like, a lot better. So, if you are not taking Exaltation, the first shield you cast from Rapture is buffed. So yeah, that's a lot better. Where every expansion with light healing, really want to push healer to TW. Ooh, sick, Game Master. Play Priest. Play Priest, play Priest. So yeah, Oracle's better. Oracle's better. Rapture good. Yeah, kind of vibing. Season 1 KSM mount looks awesome. Isn't it like a flying amount? So basically, Oracle's a lot better. Let me do a little bit of notes. Let's do some note taking, Chathams. Oracle Priest. Okay, so here's the good. No buff catching anymore. Casting one ability cycles to the next in order. Okay, good. Quite nice. Choice between 45-second cooldown or 33%? 30% buff to spell. Allows for disc to stack buffs to align with Avenge or Holy to get stronger stuffs every 1 minute. Basically just choice, TLDR. Natty 2 charges. Basically, just talent into it, and you get 2. Cool. No more buff tracking. No more buff tracking for Grand Reveal proc Garbo. That is huge. All right. What else is good? Oh yeah. Divine Feather buffs you. And Save the Day multi grips is a neat idea. Yeet. Oh yeah, Desperate. Actually, there's a lot of improvements. I gotta tell you, there's actually a lot of improvements. Like going down the list. This place was like, this place was just like a ghost town. I mean, 50,000 people used to live here. Now it's a ghost town. Now it's kind of rejuvenating. Desperate Measures makes Bulwark not shit. Woo! Buff every healer by a ton. I know. That's the other thing too. Oh, Thune, by the way, I did a podcast with Quasi, and I may have said that it's your fault that Shaman's bad because you spilled drinks and dented somebody's Tesla, and they were a Blizzard employee. Shaman is very much not bad, but it's also very, very cringe. True. No one said the cut looks clean. Thank you, Dirty B. Yeah, today's been a hell of a day. Okay. Or then season 1 tier set names is updated. Placeholder affixes. This has like, it's just placeholders, right? Oh, they're just placeholders. They have one icon, spell reflection. Okay, it doesn't actually tell us anything. Yeah, we're gonna check out Holy Paladin in a sec. I want to get these notes down. So basically, lots of good. What is the bad that still exists for Oracle Priest? Still have to track a cycling buff. Mental game note of where you are at with boofs. Okay, but that's just, you know, part of the flavor. For disc, waste no time with the instant radiances. Kind of blows. You, in many cases, you get heal buff from Prem and want to apply your atones before casting Premonition buff. Waste no time gives you 15 seconds to utilize these radiances, which doesn't feel too great in a raid. Holy's pretty agnostic to this. But honestly, if they made it have no duration for its buff, but max stacks set to 2, that'd be so cool. One of the rotating buffs is just giving the other 2 a bad design mechanic, and the single one's just an obvious flaw in inferior ability. So that is more of a matter of like clairvoyance, kind of making it better, and it kind of like, yeah, you have to sit through a bad buff, but your following buffs are going to be strong. And since it's very predictable as to like where they're going to be and what they're going to do, I don't think it's actually that bad. personally. Press every time it's off cooldown button. You might want to, like, so as disc, you could basically get it on a 45-second cooldown, and you're going to have 2 charges, and you could basically use 2 of the abilities together. So you could get Piety to increase your healing and redirect overheal, and you could have Insight to reduce the cooldown of your damage abilities, so you could use your damage abilities more. So you could kind of like stack them there. I have to assume that you would still have to wait for the cooldown of Clairvoyance. So what you would do is you'd basically have like a Piety Insight cycle, right? And then you'd have a Solace Clairvoyance cycle, and Clairvoyance is all the buffs. And so you'd have like, let's say a 1.5-minute cooldown, right? You use Piety and Insight together, and then you'd hit Solace and then Clairvoyance, which gives you all the buffs, and then you basically do the exact same thing. So in some ways, it's like a raiding Disc Priest to be very predictable as to how you play. Yeah. That's the idea, at least. Better design philosophy for that rotational buff to just be better instead of sitting and eating a bad one. The thing is, if you're pooling them this way, then you basically would just, like, maybe even waste Solace and then just roll a 3 buff. How you doing, Braun? But yeah, you know, TBD. What else is bad about this? Anybody like see something and they're like, this shit sucks? Oh yeah. Foreseen circumstances giving plus uptime to GS is still weak AF. Yeah. Very weak. Very weak. I don't think Disc would ever really use Miraculous Recovery, but I like the idea of it for Holy. Especially if healing slows down. Oh, mama. Yeah. Okay, so here's really where I think, let me see, conclusion. So people are asking me like how good this is, what's the story with Oracle, right? This, assuming tuning is good, looks strong, but also complex and punishing. I think the reward will be worth the effort now, but it certainly seems like a decent, like a large amount of work compared to other hero talents. Yeah. Right, an article on healing that compares modern healing to the specialized healing to Chimera, the boss from BWD. Ooh. Core concept is about how healing is now and getting people spiked up to not die and then healing people. I dig it. I dig it. Big fan, big fan. You really like the majority of these changes? Yeah, I think there's more good than bad. You're not wrong, Thune. You're not wrong. They seem to be doubling down on more of the things that are potentially poisoning healing. Because they're obsessed with adding. Everything must be added. So, yeah, feel free to like hit me up on Discord or something like that, that one guy. You can see if I can check it out when I got some free time. Okay, so Oracle Priest, better. But the way I kind of view it is honestly, Oracle Priest is kind of a hero talent setup for like sweaty nerds. Even if this was like the stronger build, I don't know if I would actually like recommend it to the average person. Because if you use it properly, it should be really good. But if you fuck up, like it's gonna be get punished, nerd, you know? Especially if you're playing Disc, like so much of your healing is focused into your ramps and getting 5% more output plus the additional damage for reducing the cooldown of your damage abilities to crank out more damage. It'd be very punishing, you know? Like if we were going live today, I'd be like, hey man, all the sims or the math or whatever saying Oracle's best, but like you may want to just do Void Weaver because simple, you know? Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, I think you still do have the forehead rune. Oh yeah, you do. Hang on. Thune, did you see this? Hang on, what up? One sec. This is what you get for being an Oracle Priest. This is how you're like marked as an Oracle Priest. Yeah. You always have that as an Oracle Priest. Yeah, if you are spec'd into Oracle, there's no like buff or anything like that that I have that's applying it that I can remove. If you are an Oracle Priest, you just have the all-seeing eye on you. Yeah. Is Void Weaver or Oracle better survivability? You get longer lasting Desperate Prayer and Bulwark's not actually terrible anymore versus... what, magic damage taken? Yeah, 3% less magic damage taken. Yeah. I think Oracle's a bit better survivability. In general. Are you marked as a Void Weaver? I don't think you are. I don't know, we'll see. As far as I remember, I don't think there's anything that like visually marks you. I don't have a freaking eyeball. Yeah, I think it's just more of the damage buttons that you're pushing. Who knows, maybe you have to like fully level it or something. Void Weaver focused on damage? Yeah, I mean, it's just focused on like increasing your damage output and stuff. Oh yeah, that's right. Summoning a Rift extends the duration of your 5 shortest atonements. Yeet, yeet. Yeah, I'm actually very happy about the +1 second atonement. But yeah, you get to see your stuff expand and do its thing. Why do I have so much haste? Feels like I have a lot. It's just the animation's making me look good. Yeah. Keeping Mindflay up feel as Oracle compared to Void. I mean the Void Wraith, right? I still get healed from Atonement, right? He's not healing me for Atonement. What happened to me? Not receiving Atonement healing, that's for sure. Still doesn't work that way. What's going on, man? My boy still does not give me Atonement healing. And I'm so nice to him. There's no animation for Oracle stuff. But like Archon over Oracle? A bit. The thing is, Oracle now actually looks like it can perform well, but it's a lot of work to get that benefit. And you could also just like hit Halo and then face roll, right? So last time I checked Sirius, it did not, but let's try it again. I don't believe it does. I don't believe it will. High chance summon a Shadow Fiend when damaging targets. Shadow Covenant is casting Mindbender enters you into a shadowy pack. So I don't think it's going to. How do I find some execute level dummies? They just heal too fast. They have to be high chance when damaging enemies in execute phase. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Oh, I know. It's gonna be so good, Rums. It's gonna be so good, man. I am very stoked about that. All right, but yeah, we have a whole write-up. Basically, Oracle Priest revamped. I think, assuming tuning is good, it looks strong, but also complex and punishing. I think the reward will be worth the effort now, but it certainly seems like a large amount of work compared to other hero talents. So, if somebody really wanted to actively be managing how their hero talent is working, this would be a plus side. But yeah, I think it's one of those things that you may not love playing around with this because it does require a lot of work and effort. Yeah. And yeah, there's still just a few bugs going on. But that's okay. Because that is not unexpected. Let me see. Have they changed any other... Here we go. Crazy Child of Og and Healing Priest, a bit. So now, at least now you're not like worrying about buffing other people. Yeah. When you kind of hide in a closet, what, like Harry Potter? I guess it was under the stairs, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Okay. Yeah, dude, I actually am like kind of surprised that Bulwark's gonna be real. When you're sub 30%, you gain an absorb for 30% of your life. Huzzah. Thank you, Tusk. Yeah, I got a haircut and a straight razor shave. He was cutting mighty close. It was nice though. He did a really good job. You ever get that? And they have like the hot towel and the cold towel treatment and everything. He also didn't cut me up like crazy either. I don't think Archon has any special visuals. We'll see. Let's see. I don't believe they do. Because this Halo animation at your feet is, you know, standard. And it's just, you know, standard looking Halo. To skin overseas, the Turkish barbers like smack my head for blood flow. Oh man, no, that's what the guy did. Well, he like squeezed my head. Yeah. He put the like towel, it was like a cold towel on my head. And then he like squeezed my head super tight. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? I didn't feel bad, but I was like, he was trying to squish me like a deflated football or something. Yeah. One of those on your wedding day and the barber didn't know what they were doing and left your neck skinned. Oh, fun. I went to like a nice, so here in Austin, there's a like an open mall called like the Domain, and there's a barber shop there. There's like a nice men's barber shop. And I was like, surely they're gonna give me a good straight razor shave. And it was terrible. Like, you know the difference between if you have like a lot of 5 o'clock shadow and then you just only use an electric razor, you can still see all the fuzz. It was basically like that. I could like still see the fuzz on me as I left. And I was like, eh. And they like cut me like 2 or 3 times. So I was like, I'm done going here. This is way overpriced. It's not all that good? Yeah. So I don't go there anymore. Found this old-timey barbershop place. You know the place? Yeah, yeah. I found this old-timey barbershop. They do a great job. We have these old-ass rickety chairs, and everything's made of wood. It's great. All right, so no animation still for Archon. And no other tree changes for Holy, right? Okay, okay, okay. Are people doing dungeons? Let's see. Let's at least queue up for a dungeon, we'll see. Favorite priest hero talent? Void Weaver. Yeah. I think Oracle can be good, but I also feel like it's going to be a lot of work for the average person. Yeah. Yeah, domain has some expensive spots. Well, okay, so some places are expensive but worth it, and some places are expensive and not worth it whatsoever. Like, there's a restaurant in the domain called Dockby's Kitchen or something like that. Like, food and drinks and everything there is, like, way too expensive for what you get. It's basically, like, you know, a little bit better. It's like a step up from, like, regular bar food, but, like, 50% more. You know? You need to use the last 10% of your brain? Yeah. I will make a video for these, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely... It's ironic because Oracle doesn't give you future sight. It just makes you think about it. Yard House is good. I really like Culinary Dropout. That's my favorite place in the domain. They always do a good job. And they're, I feel like they're worth it. Yeah. But what's the hippie place in between those two spots? There's in between Yard House and Culinary, there's I don't even know how else to describe it. It's like a hippie place. But it's actually really good because they'll make whatever, like bowls or whatever you want. Yard House here in Ohio is expensive as fuck, really. This one, I mean, it's kind of expensive, but it's in the expensive part of town, so, you know, what can you do? Upscale bars that are all over Austin charge crazy prices, yeah. But then, you know, you go a little bit out of your way, and then you find these, like, excellent hole-in-the-wall places that are insanely good. Like, the value difference in Austin is wild. Yeah. Alright, let me see. I gotta find it. It's like the earworm. What is it called? Flower Child. That's what it's called. Flower Child is it's like this hippie restaurant, but you can like make your own bowls and all that stuff, and it's actually like not expensive at all. That place is good. Changes today, a step in the right direction. So that's funny because about a week or two ago, I made a video, right? About a week or two ago, I made a video talking about how they should make all healing increased in 5-mans. And so today they made changes for raid cooldowns increased in 5-mans. And I'm like, okay, you're so close. Just do it for all of the abilities now. A hidden taco place? Really? Where about? I haven't been to the domain in a minute, to be fair. I don't think I've really been to any taco places in the domain. Text the devs. It's weird. I talked to a bunch of devs at the last BlizzCon, and I always asked them, I was like, you know, can we chat it up? And they're like, we'll let you know, kind of thing. So I was like, okay. They're not a big fan of back channeling. Shocker. But they all were like, yeah, we watch your videos, and so that's basically what I do. It's downtown? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't go downtown too much. Something. That's the thing, is like, when I talk to them, they're like, yeah, we're looking forward to seeing your videos, talking about the hero talents and how they go and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, sick. If that's my feedback conduit, you know, so be it. Long as they're listening, right? Take what I can get. Limits barrier is still horrendous. Yeah, it's like 100k and you have like a 600k health pool, so it's like, yeah.
How's my favorite priest?
Oh, I'm doing great, Starwolf. Thank you for the 50 months in a row. Got my credit card actually like physically stolen, which kind of sucked. But, you know, the criminals are not the smartest people, and trying to buy $2,000 worth of product from Apple raised alarms with the fraud alert. So I'm good. I'm not on the hook for anything. I just have that thing like in the back of my head that's like, damn, I wish I knew how it got stolen or where I like left it out or left it unguarded or whatever. Now your Apple order hasn't arrived yet? That's right. But they like texted me and they're like, yeah, use the phone number on the back of the card. And I'm like, I don't have the card. Here's the problem. So yeah, I don't know if somebody like got into my lock in the gym, or when I went to the climbing gym, I just kind of put my stuff in a cubby. Or what? Shit, that MacBook Pro you got me, guy recording you paying at the gas station. No, that's the thing. They actually just took the card out of my wallet. Yeah, that's the thing that like kills me. I'm just like, where the fuck did they get their hands on my wallet? Yeah, I gotta get like one of those phone wallet things, I guess. So, because I always have my phone on me anyway. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? People actually queuing for dungeons. Let me see if I can find a tank. Show is just on. That stream's got 2K limit that won't raise flags for sure. Bro, I get texts for like the smallest dollar limit out there. Like, text me every time I go to the grocery store. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. If you lose your phone in this day and age, you are absolutely fucked. Yeah. I know there's sometimes creator summits, but it kind of baffles me that Blizzard has hundreds, if not thousands, of people who spend their lives deep diving into classes, and it feels like they kind of refuse to try to actually communicate with them. Okay, so there used to be a secret forum where they'd get together like class designers and theory crafters, and they'd kind of hash it out. The problem was the people there were like really stupid, and they leaked everything all the time, and so they closed that down. And so like, some people have some back channeling. I know some classes back channel, and some classes don't back channel. But yeah, it's like all up in the air. Yeah, there were times I heard that people basically, like devs were like, "Ha, no, we're not doing that shit. You found it, return it to your apartment building because your ID had your address." There you go. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, there's always good people out there. I do want to do a dungeon. We need to find a tankaroo. My food stinks, but why change it? Oh my god. Alright, I reached out to Equinox and we'll see if he wants to. That way we can test this out and then we'll play around with some Holy Pally stuff. I guess we'd probably prefer playing as Disc, to be honest. Because it's more of a change for Disc and how Disc operates. Isn't it? Actually, yeah, we should also see how Void Weaver feels. We'll see how Void Weaver feels post nerfs. And then we'll see how the rest of it is. Hey, Paravel, thank you for the raid. Just gotta pull a preach, leave the game really violently, generate a lot of vitriol, tell everyone you hate the company and then never return, and then come back to let you come visit. Based. I'm not that big, man. Like, Pally changes seem decent? Yes, I am going to test that out as well. Make a video about that as well. You know, spot in the next X pack? What? Don't let him, man. Don't let him riot. Not every single mount can be dragon ridden, but most of them can, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, it's just that time of the season. I totally get it. It's that time of the season where everything's just pretty slow. Hopefully we get open beta soon to start, you know, generating that hype. Animation, that Mind Goblin mount with dragon riding. Mind Goblin. Mind Goblin these nuts? Wait, hang on. God damn it. Is that what it is? Yeah. Fucker. Fucking YouTube chat. I thought you guys were supposed to be nicer. Again? Yeah. His name in YouTube chat is that one guy nobody likes. So true. So true. The first ever YouTube chatter with potential. Oh my god. Wait, why paused? Oh, suck it. Hopefully Cal's not in this group. Tank, accept. Oh my god, if the tank is like watching the stream and just to fuck with me, it needs to be like, it declined. No, the tank is gone. The tank was queued. Hey, tank person who queued LFG, get back in here. There's something wrong. I just love when that happens. I bet they did it to fuck with me. Start beta? True. Start beta immediately. Get back in here, tank. 50% increased healing on Holy Light's kind of nuts to reduce cast time, the splash heal, and nearby allies. Yeah. What I'm worried about, though, is that you get a version of Paladin which is like Disc Priest, where your damage is healing. And then you get a version of Paladin that's like Caster Paladin. And I'm like, wait a minute. What happened to the whole like be in melee but you cast spells on allies? And they're all like instant and punchy and you can move while doing them, you know? So I don't know if I enjoy the direction they're taking to Paladinos. Especially if AC is what, a minute and a half cooldown? 2 minute cooldown? And you have like this short duration of being able to smash damage and heal allies, but then the rest of the time you're playing caster shit. Yeah, that's the thing. You want to beat him. It's a 1 minute CD. Okay, yeah. Oh, we have a tank. Okay. Here's the goal. We do a dungeon, we do some Void Weaver, and then we do some Oracle, and then we do some Paladin stuff and see how that goes. Ah, rums. Yeah, I hope that this is like the last week of alpha. I hope. see. Q up in LFG. We need 1 DPS. Cal better be in Q. Is your Crusader mode for roughly half the fight? Oh, it does sound pretty sick. Hey, bud, go do the range mechanic as a pally. Yeah. You should probably do damage without sacrificing healing CDs, the Daybreak Rising Sunlight stuff. Yeah, I think they really need to prune down on cooldowns for paladins. Good, like a passive that like teaches to the monastery. Yeah, it does feel like it kind of consumes everything. Or like takes up all of the air to breathe. Come on, 1 damage dealer, please. How you doing, Matt? It's paused. Wait, why paused? Surely it pops? Yeah? Yeah! Oh, yes! God bless. Whew. We in here at long last. Probably killed my squid. Then pop. I haven't seen it drag in enemies yet. Oh, they changed that. Dealing damage split amongst enemy targets. So it no longer is dragging enemies in. I guess that's a good change, though, because that was a little insane. Everything dies instantly. Alright, let's try out Rapture. Shields feel okay. But again, nothing like super ridiculously insane. Yeah, everything just dies super fast. Buttons on 5 is Purge the Wicked. It's my dot. Fuck, man. Everything dies. Yeah, we have 3.6 million health pools. And a regular atonement shield is 260k. So that's the thing, is like they can adjust the numbers a little bit, but I think that's like a fine spot. Nothing too egregious. Am I running the feather? Oh wait, that's Oracle. Teehee. You even see the rift, it's like all the way up there. Rift explodes. Still doing a lot of damn. Still doing plenty of damn. Let's kill this boss. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get into another dungeon easily. And then we'll switch to Oracle and see how Oracle is feeling. No add-ons, wow. It's not bad. I mean, I spent a decent amount of time playing with no add-ons on my druid last season. So, it's all like pretty familiar. Wish Blizzard would keep on adding more to the base UI, making add-ons less necessary in the game. Personally. Alright, let me do the feather thing. Like, nameplates, 100%. 100%. Like, nameplates, like Plater and all the other stuff is so powerful in WoW right now. And makes such a big difference in terms of, like, performance. So, do I play League? Nah, I play Apex. It's pinned to the top of chat, Shredder. Lots and lots of healer changes.
I need to target something first.
So let's see. Well, everything's also going to be dead here. Forge.
I need a target. I need to target something first. I'm out of range.
All right, so this is a pretty good insight pull, or premonition pull. I was able to get radiances buffed and cooldown reduction for them, so I'm able to constantly be casting radiances to get value. Hey, I'm having a challenging day. It's getting better, Lily. Thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, I'm pulling all of this shit. We need a challenge. Paints up in the tank. Getting way the heck away. It's gonna fix each healing spec with a single change. Maybe I'll make that into a video. I wanna ask a couple other people about their opinions for specific classes.
I need to target something.
I mean, in short, like globally changing how healing works with like raids and keys being a little bit separate, like I talked about in the like Will the War Within fix healing kind of thing. That's probably a lot of it. I gotta tell you, overheal protection with Piety is really, really strong in dungeons too. Helps you like funnel more output into the tank. It's kind of interesting because like Waste No Time only feels bad in a raid environment for disc, but I think it feels good for disc in all the other ways, like in keys especially. Kind of hope we don't just run this boss over, but we'll see. We probably will. Yeah, they're a bit less spiky, but also it's a normal mode dungeon, so gotta take it with a little grain of salt. Oh, they gave this guy more HP. Oh, did he taunt him? Damn. Yeah, it's a little tough when everything dies super fast. A little bit. That's why we need M0s and M+. Just to be able to see for sure.
Once, my people thrived under the guidance of the Black Empire. Queen Nephris refused to reclaim that glory. But
Next single target, increase the target's healing received. Thank you, Bizzle. I appreciate it. Alright, perfect. All-rounder buff. Buff my tank. Hit the Mind Blast. I got my Piety rolling. Get some Shadow or Deaths. Starting to want to cover your eyes before you know it. I feel that. I always try to get a skin fade on the sides because I just once it starts getting into my ears, then I know it's time to get a haircut. Not gonna lie, these instant radiances are feeling really good. They're feeling pretty damn good. Okay, so I like Waste No Time a lot in dungeons. I just don't want to have this time duration attached to it. 20 seconds to be able to hit a radiance. At least for raids, it's not that good. It doesn't feel that good. Yeah. So when you cast Prem, you instantly receive buff. I have Premonition of Piety. I cast Premonition of Piety. I have 10 seconds of increased healing and overheal redistribution. You don't like prep the ability anymore. Yeah, you don't prep each ability anymore. Does Phantasm... No, so Phantasm is a snare removal. Roots are roots. Slows are also known as snares. Yeah. So all snare effects, like no, you can't get out of any roots with Phantasm, basically. If you get the 5-second reduction, does that just bank 3 spells, or do you have to use within a certain time? You have to use within a certain time. Hit buff, you have 20 seconds to cast 3 spells that have a cooldown attached to it. Yeah. How much shield does Luminous Barrier give? It gives you a whopping 120k shield. And at level 72, I have 630k HP. So 1/6 of your health bar? I don't think you're using it. I don't really think that you're using it. Poggies. Wide poggies, too, honestly. Oracle and Holy. Holy has so many buttons already, and you're adding another one on top of it. True. That is very true. That is very true. Yeah, and the thing with like Insight is kind of weird for Holy. Because I mean, you could... It'd be good getting cooldown reduction for your Holy Words. It's really good getting cooldown reduction for your Prayer of Mending. Probably less good for Circle of Healing, though, because Circle of Healing is not going to be as insane when you're not getting all those free renews out. So, hey, noob. Favorite healer spec from a specific patch in X-Pack and why I liked it? Ooh, that's a good question. Well, there's some that I liked, but I don't want us to go back to them, you know? Like, I really enjoyed End of Expansion Miss Pandaria Disc Priest, but I don't ever want us to return to that, you know? But, like, that control and the ability to, you know, create those massive absorbs and have a really tangible impact on your raid was fantastic, you know? An era I wouldn't mind returning back to is, like, late BFA Disc Priest in raids. Like, that was super fun. I think Holy Priest right now is kind of peak raid Holy Priest gameplay with a lot of Holy Word casts. Feels very satisfying. About Ultimate Penitence? What about Ultimate Penitence? OG Glimmer Pally in BFA was also really nice. Yeah. Yeah, Smart Atonement Healing was a little overboard. That's the thing. That's the thing. I think the way that it worked in BFA, where you had the essences that would like charge up your atonement application and build you stacks of increased healing, was really good. And you didn't have that many damage buttons. And it was just like straightforward, like you have to just execute well. And I like that a lot. I like that a lot. It wasn't that strong in keys, though. So that was the downside. There are indeed some Holy Pally changes. We're going to check them out, I think, in a sec, unless I can find another dungeon group that has a tank already queuing up for it, which I doubt. We'll give it like 2 or 3 minutes. If I can like see a tank pop up in queue, then we'll do it up. We'll see. New worth casting in TW? Nope. Well, I mean, for disc and raids, yeah. But otherwise, nah. Nah. No, I'm playing alpha right now. Playing alpha right now. Although I hear tanks are in high demand in let's see. In Mop Remix. How you been, Peta? The other day with Spirit and agree with your points. Think it could greatly improve the healing and raids and M+. Thanks, man. We've been doing well. Really want it back? Thank you. Should go over to Diurna or Farak. Well, I think you should kill all those bosses because they drop good loot, Red. Yeah. I mean, this week is, you know, Mir's still empowered, so you should probably go Farak and kill that boss. If you're doing keys, you should get Rage Heart as the trinket. Diurna has, like, kind of cruddy stats. It has kind of, like, cruddy stats on it. In order to get the absorb, and you need to have a cache in order to proc it, and it's also not as much control, so you know. Prez, I think I'm gonna get Ward and a stat stick for healing dungeons and stuff. So you already have OC and Ward. Yeah, get Rage Heart, Rad. So the difference is there's some dungeons where you want to run OCE and Ward, like Halls of Infusion, which is just raw healer check, right? Makes sense, right? But then you have other dungeons like Algathar, and I think you'd say Adzir Vault as well, where there's like one-shots all over the place. You know, you have like Veximus, and then you have combos of like the mana orbs and the knockback, and you just Rage Heart, you're fine, and you just heal other people. So that's where I kind of differentiate when I use OCE or when I use Rage Heart. That makes sense? So watch your video for healers on Alpha, and that was all playstyle and lore, but what about potential to be busted? Obviously numbers will change, but Bear right now is potentially insane. Paladin just doesn't seem that way. Yeah, but I'm not too worried about that, Jared. It's tougher to see what does insane amounts of healing when you're doing normal mode dungeons. I mean, that's a fair point, but it's like early is all I want to say, you know? I think you keep on getting bullions. I don't know. So that's just what I was talking about with Jared, Dizzy, is like, you might have an idea of like what might be good, but the problem with it is that healing checks aren't really there in normal mode dungeons, so you don't really like see it. That's more of an area when beta comes along and M+ comes along, raid comes along. That's when you can be like, wow, this looks really good in beta. Maybe it'll be good on live. You know, still early. Still early. Amos Chromatic Essence, Dry, Ward, Rage Heart, all kinds of good stuff. I have lists in my guides for Wowhead. From changes or playstyle. Yeah, like I said, we'll have to see. Because like you can look at it on paper, but you don't really see how well it works when there's, you know, people aren't really dropping low. People aren't really requiring all that healing. You know? Like Voidweaver Disc Priest was really, really insane. But it just got a bunch of numbers nerfed. I just ran a dungeon, and I have no problem healing everybody and topping everyone, and I probably did a bunch of overheal. So it's like, oh, like it still feels good. I don't feel weak with it, but it was probably overpowered then, and it got nerfed, and that's okay. So, I don't know. It's tough to see like which healers are powerful or overpowered or whatever when the healing like threats aren't really there. All right, so we don't have a tank. So we're going to go test out Paladin stuff. If you guys just tuned in and you're like, what the heck? I want to see Oracle Priest, etc. Let's go over the quick pros and cons of the changes. You no longer have to catch buffs. You're now cycling between the abilities in order, and you naturally have 2 charges. You can choose between having a 45-second cooldown or a 30% buff to each spell. So what this does is with a 45-second cooldown, you could stack 2 buffs together to align with Avenge, or you could be in a dungeon environment as Disc and just go with a 1-minute cooldown that's stronger, or Holy could go with a 1-minute cooldown that's stronger. You always have 2 charges no matter what. You don't have to track any buffs in order to get the second charge. Out of that Grand Reveal, Prayer of Mending, Shield Stack, none of that is a thing anymore. Don't have to worry. Divine Feather also buffs you, so you could give a feather to somebody else and receive the buff for yourself, or you could ignore that part and just hit feather and be a little bit faster. Save the Day lets you cast another grip if it's within 6 seconds of the first grip cast. Desperate Measures makes Desperate Prayer last longer, so it lasts 20 seconds instead of 10 seconds. And Bulwark is now 30% of a shield instead of 15% of your max HP as a shield. And it makes it not shit. The bad side, you still have to track a cycling buff, which is the mental game and noting where you're at with the buffs, how you want to use the buffs. You are not getting insight into the future. You are forced to really like think ahead. For Disc, Waste No Time, which gives you the instant Radiance cast. For Holy, they get an instant Prayer of Healing or a heal. This one feels kind of bad in a raid because you usually are applying all your atonements, then hitting your Premonition, and then doing damage and healing. In a key environment, it feels good. But in a raid, when you only have 20 seconds to use that Radiance, feels kind of bad. Maybe if they made the duration a little bit longer, it'd be fine, but, you know, didn't feel that good. Waste No Time gives you 15 seconds. I actually think it's like 20 seconds. I'm pretty sure it's 20 seconds. To utilize these Radiances, which doesn't feel too great. If they made it to have no duration for its buff, but max stacks up to 2, that'd be cool. Foreseen Circumstances gives you like 2 seconds to Guardian Spirit, but it gives you another 10% DR to Pain Sup. That's pretty imbalanced. Still kind of a downside. Assuming tuning is good, this looks strong, but also complex and punishing. I think that this could be like an overpowered disc setup for a raid, but it also requires a lot of work to be able to get there. Again, assuming tuning is good. I think the reward will be worth the effort now, but it certainly seems like a large amount of work compared to other hero talents. So if today if the expansion launched today, I'd basically be like, hey, Oracle's good if you want to manage all this shit, in addition to doing all the other stuff you're doing. But you could also just go play with Halo as a Holy Priest, or you could go with Void Weaver's Disc Priest, you know? I will make this into a video, so make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. But yeah, let's go check out Paladin, and also let me run to the bathroom real quick. Be right back. Woo! All right. Oracle to compete with Void Weaver, I really doubt it will ever compete unless they somehow nerf Void Weaver to the ground just to make Oracle shine, which is a bad way to go about it. True. But I think it is tough to like have them perfectly balanced. There's always going to be like a better option. You know? Alright, let's hop in a queue. Let's see how Avenging Crusader. Let's recap. Let's recap. Avenging Crusader doesn't cost any holy power, grants an additional charge of Crusader Strike for its duration, and its duration is increased. Crusader's Might additionally reduces the cooldown of Judgment, Holy Light's cast time is reduced, and Inflow increases its healing. Heard. We want Awakening, we want AC, we want Inflow. Do we even need more holy shocks? Do we? Oracle, Sweaty Nerd, Void Weaver, Archon, Mindless Fun. Basically, yeah. Basically. Yeah, where is that? See him do that to Holy Shock? A bit, yeah. Top right. Oh. Oh, yeah. I hear ya. Control F Crusader Strike. That's actually not a bad idea. Where's all my Crusader Strike synergies? Yeah. Maybe I should run this as well. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do we need Rising Sunlight? We want Awakening. I want to see how Inflow goes. I mean, Holy Light should hit like a truck. We would want to have Boundless Salvation for the extended duration of Tyr's Deliverance to crank. I just was playing Priest Ivan for 2 hours, man. And I just did a recap. Actually, thankfully, if you're watching on YouTube, you can just rewind. Be chilling, my dude. Take away Martyr. Well, it doesn't get me more points down here. It doesn't get me more points down there. Yeah, I gotta get rid of these lower points. I mean, I guess I can just see how much mana blows when I don't have Reclamation, and then take Crusader's Might and go from there. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna really miss Reclamation, but we'll see, you know, we'll see. I mean, but that's the thing is, like, Paladin is, like, pushed into getting all of these talents. It's really annoying. So, but, like, Martyr's actually useful. You know, you're creating these, like, negative absorbs on yourself, but it's increasing the output of your Holy Shock. So, I think it would be good. I almost feel like I should run Divine Revelations as well, honestly. I'm gonna try it. We'll see. I kind of feel like I would want, especially at the start of an expansion, I think I would want the longer duration on tiers. Yeah, I'll queue up for a dungeon. Oh, I gotta redo my abilities again. Yay! Well, I'm glad I found that early. For sure, yeah. For sure I'm chilling there. Alright, what am I missing? Yo, what up, Blue Meat? How's it going, man? We just finished up some experimenting with Priest and everything Priest is going on. We'll make a video about that today. And now we're messing around with some Pally stuff. How you doing?
So with today's changes, does that mean when we spend 20k points on the last luminous barrier you might actually do it?
Afraid not, champ. Afraid not. But good try, though. Good try, though. Thank you, Assassin, for the 28 months. As Shaman main, I feel abandoned. Don't worry, the changes are coming. Thune said so. They're coming in beta. Yeah, I know Intercession's my battle res. I have a number of abilities that are in here, like Intercession, that are bound in my raid frames. Same thing with like Flash, Holy Light, Divine Toll doesn't have a keybind here, but I'm just using it to track the cooldown, stuff like that. So I got it. I got it on lockdown. Didn't think so. Yeah, it's like, you know, minorly, slightly better, but you know. I didn't actually look at the Bloody Case stuff, but we have some time as we wait for a dungeon. I'm down to check it out. We still also have to check out some of the preservation stuff. That is a lot of talents. My God. Huge rework. New talents. When you pull an enemy, generate 1 charge of Bone Shield. That sounds sick. When you lose Bone Shield charge, the damage of your next marrow rend is increased. That's sick. Tightening Grasp now silences enemies for 3 seconds when they're pulled and no longer increases the damage enemies take from you when they are pulled by Gorfine's Grasp. Oh my God. They actually are just increasing the arms race. They are literally increasing the arms race in the video game, guys. There we go. It's 2 minutes though. I mean, yeah, but they could basically give everybody these different ways to like silence enemies and shut down enemies. And they could like nerf VDH a little bit, but then all the tanks would still have some kind of way to be able to like silence and shut down enemies, you know? So it's more of like increasing the arms race and increasing the quantity of crowd control in the video game rather than decreasing all of it and then decreasing the amount of cast that monsters do, you know? Blood Jinker reduces the damage the enemies deal to you by 20% while channeling and for an additional 5 seconds after it is channeled fully. Ooh, it's kind of sick. Assassination Deathstalker looks good for both M+ and raids. Nice. Hey, Venox, thank you for the Prime and the 4 months. Wait, Bone Storm doesn't cost runic power. What? Costs Bone Shield charges and lasts a second for every charge consumed. But it also generates Bone Shield charges. Okay, interesting. So you have to like hit the Bone Storm, consume all your charges. Doesn't it stack to 12? And then you have to like immediately build it up? 10? Okay. So yeah, it consumes all your Bone Shields. And then you have to immediately Marrow Rend to build up more, right? It's 5% haste, 10% DR, yeah. feel like there's a little scary in the meantime. Reinforced bones lets you also lets bone shield stack 2 additional times. Ah, there's where you find 12. Okay. Do that during DRW? Yeah, but I didn't think it consumed all of your bone shield charges. I thought it consumed like half of your bone shield charges or something like that. At least it did in Shadowlands. Heartbreaker's runic power. Per target hit increased to 2 instead of 1. Now a 1-point talent. Oh, that's really powerful. So you're getting even more runic power on hand. Perseverance, the Ebon Blade's versatility bonus increased to 6%, up from 4. Now a 1-pointer. Shattering bone now. Wait, there's a lot of these becoming 1-pointers. God damn. You have 2 and you're getting 1 per second? Yeah. 100%. 100%. Yeah. Bloody K is looking very stout. Bloody K is looking very, very stout. Did Equinox hit me up? He's probably busy doing shit. How's Melee Wings feel? We're about to check it out. Let me see. So if I hit a Holy Light, just saying, it's hitting for 232k, which is out of a 730k health pool. Ain't bad. My Holy Shock's hitting for 72k and it crit. So a inflow buffed up Holy Light is hitting for 3 times a Holy Shock. Eternal Flame instantly heals for 80k and then it has a 2k hot attached. So Caster Paladin is in. It is rather in. Looks as Weaker is your bread and butter, and I can't raid without him. Only saying says I'm on the friends list. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Caster Pally's in the toilet. Is it though? I don't know. That Holy Light was hitting kind of hard. I mean, okay, so look at this. Holy Light is hitting for 92k right now. But when it's buffed by inflow, and infusion, it's hitting for 232k. So tripling the heals? What was the first one I said? 92k, and then it heals for 232k. So over 2 times. That's a really wide variance. That is a really, really, really wide variance between its healing. Yeah, let me see. Infusion, where are you? Infuse me with the light. It says it generates 150 holy power. Pog. Come on. Where the fuck? Oh, here it is. Holy Light healing is increased by 150%. Do you think that Blizzard wants Paladins to cast? Thank you, John. Wasn't the classic Paladin a caster? Just because something was one thing doesn't mean they have to be that way in the future. Just saying. Listen. Kata classic priest had a 20-second long power infusion, and you know it's only 15 seconds here. Yeah, monk's getting nuts, cause you know it's a monk expansion for sure. Yeah, to hell with classic. True, and there were chakras and everything, but then definitely not cast while AC is running. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of like. That's the idea behind what I have right now, is like. Hit AC, have Awakening up. Do my thing there. It increases Judgment, Crusader, and auto attack damage by 30%. And I don't need to worry about any sort of... It's also lasting me 15 seconds. Okay. Crusader Strike Judgment, cooldown faster, heal up to 5 allies for the damage done, grants additional charge to Crusader Strike for the duration. I don't even know if I would want to spend any holy power during this duration though. Yeah. I really don't know if I want to spend any holy power during the duration. Because the spenders all look bad. Yeah. We're about to, Ark. We're about to, man. It's more middle of the road. It's also a weird hybrid because you're going to like jump in there with AC and start swinging, right? You're like cranking output that way. But then it's like, well, what the hell are you doing like spender wise? Also is AC, I think it's also, Crusader Strike and Judgment cooldown faster and their damage is doing blah, blah, blah. Okay. So I don't really care about hitting Hammer of Wrath, do I? Unless I was running Veneration. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right. There is some like rotational room to be able to use your spenders then. There is room. Yeah. Dump more healing into your Crusader Strike and Veneration affected Crusader Strike could be worth it. Yeah. That's true. Your next 2 holy powers, Flying Dawnlight, etc. So like you Prism, Wings, Judgment, Crusader Strike, Spender, Judgment, Crusader Strike, Spender, Crusader Strike, Judgment, Spender, Crusader Strike, Spender, Judgment, Crusader Strike, Spender. Something like that. Something like that. I could have done it a little bit better. And now spam Holy Light in downtime. Woo! Yeah, man, I do feel like I'm gonna kind of sit on some resources there. Let me try it one more time. Make spender SOTR for more CS. Well, the thing is, if I'm playing Herald of the Sun, my spenders are going to be increased. So you like Prism first, your next 2 spenders are applying those Dawn Lights to the targets. Right? And it lasts 30 seconds. So I go Wings up, Judgment, you, Spender, Judgment, you, Spender, Judgment, Shock, Spender, Judgment, Strike, Spender, something like that. Is there any reason for me to hit Hammer of Wrath? I don't think so. Because I'm not running Veneration. And I think I would just want to spread around Eternal Flames with what I'm doing. At SOTR? Oh, after the fact. Yeah, after the fact I could. Where is that? Shield of the Righteous giving me Crusader Strikes? Yeah, just for damage. I get that. Like, I know it's good damage kind of thing. Is it just baked in? Oh, you're right, it is. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. Well, it's nice, Shredder, that they made it an optional choice. So it's kind of cool that, like, you could also have an easy mode, you know? So I dig it. They've done a lot with Monk just to make sure that, like, there's an option for this and there's an option for that. And I like that a lot. Anything. Wings, buttons. Okay. Yeah, then I'd have to, like, time it correctly for... How long is Awakening giving me? It's 8 seconds. Activates Avenging Crusader for 8 seconds. Okay, cool. Honestly, Lover and Lightsmith thought I was going to be your least favorite, but so far it's your number one. I think it's actually pretty good. Yeah. I think it's actually pretty good. Yeah, we'll do like Prez or Totem Shaman after this. Do I have a dog? No. Do I want one? Not especially. Not especially. It's a lot of work. A lot of maintenance. I'd rather have like a cat. A lot of your videos and saw the one about healing and how it should go up faster in dungeons and slower in raids. The new 400% revival buff. Do you think it's good? Yeah, I just think that they need to like... So that is a perfect example of what they need to spread to everything, Jables. Yeah, it's like 100% the right direction, same idea, and going from there. Yeah. So it's funny they did that because I like, you know, it was like a week or so ago I made that video and I was like, yes, that's it. Just do it more, you know? Yeah, I'm trying to get into a dungeon. I hit up a couple of people to see if they would be down to tank, and no dice thus far. Yeah, testing dungeon stuff today. Exactly, Jables, exactly. I haven't done a TLDR on HPAL yet because I haven't really tested the dungeons yet. But basically, they made Infusion of Light really massively buff up Holy Light. So your Holy Light heals that are buffed by your Infusion are really, really strong. And then they also made Avenging Crusader a lot better. So it would be really, really weird to be like casting spells 1 minute and then hopping into melee and smacking damage. But yeah. Listen, man, I'm down to take any lovely soul who has alpha and can tank, you know? Chest dog lighting enough. I hope all my friends get access, man. We have so much testing to do. Oh, so much. Pretty bleak, and invite numbers seem to be pushing it for time with beta. Yeah, I mean, I think that they want a little more polished of a beta to build up hype so that when people are all testing it, it looks more of like a full expansion to people and it gets people excited and stuff. So, yeah, right now in Group Finder, it's me, another DPS, and no tank, so feel free. Queue it up and we'll probably get paired together. But no, I think that they have, I feel like they have a lot of pressure to make sure they get it right for people. I feel like they see a lot of pressure. Definitely, Thario. What up, Hire? FNF invite about 10 years ago and your uncle left? Dang. So, I did a little write-up for Oracle. I did testing as well. I actually got to do a dungeon as Oracle. There is a lot of good, but the TLDR of all of this, the final thing, is that it feels like it's a hero talent that requires a lot of work and effort to perform well with. It just seems like now, if you put the work in, you could get like a good reward for it. I just don't know if the average player wants that much work with a hero talent. Because most of these hero talents, they might change one decision here, one decision there, but not a whole lot. This changes a decent bit, especially when it's off GCD and you're kind of like microing how you use your spells around it to maximize uptime. So yeah, lots of good. There's still some negative side effects. What do I think of the name Bosco? If they're like, I don't know, maybe like a pit. It'd have to be like a, you know, medium to large size dog or something like that. How do you target multi-grip? Well, it's just you target one person, you grip them, and then 6 seconds after you grip them, you can grip somebody else. Yeah. Yeah, like a basset hound. That'd be a good name for a basset hound. Just, you know, not like a corgi or a poodle name or something like that, you know. What's that other not a German shepherd. There's another dog that's like a cop dog. You know what I'm talking about? Thracian, thank you so much for the prime. Husky. Is it a Malamute? It's like Belgian something. I think it's a Belgian... Yeah, Belgian... Is it a Belgian Shepherd? Malinois. Malinois. Belgian Malinois. Yeah. Whatever it is. That would be a Bosco. Listen, Lego, I'm American, and it's Malinois. We didn't fight the French and the British and everybody else just to be pronouncing things your way. And it's soccer. God. Malinois. USA, USA. Like Illinois? Yeah. Soccer, French fries. America. We have a place in Austin called well, it's typed out like this. Okay? It's typed out like this right here. M-A-N-O-R. You know what we call it? Call it Maynard. Where are you going? I'm going out to Maynard. Got it? USA. Don't go to Maynard. There's actually nothing there. I thought you called him Chips, Bork. What the heck? I'm actually not kidding. Like people in Austin do call it Maynard. Yeah. Hey, Thras, thank you for the prime. I appreciate it, dude. What up, Griffin? You have 9 golden huskies. My God. My man, Waycrest. In the UK, we call chips fat fries, and we also have fries as well. Yeah. Man, England's crazy too, because they have such silly words for things. You know, they have like their chips, but their delivery service is Deliveroo. Oh, we look at the Deliveroo. Their chicken place has nothing to do with chicken. It's Nando's. Like, what the heck is a Nando's? I did get a haircut. Yeah, and a straight razor shave. It's nice. Highly recommend. I found, like, I gotta go back there for more, for them to do a shave. Oh my God. They did a really good job. There's like 5 rounds of like hot towel, cold towel stuff, you know? Wait, Nando's is in the US? So if the Brits ever act up, we would like throw their chicken in the ABBA. Okay, good to know. Noted. Hopefully it's near Boston. Where is Nando's located in the United States? The majority are found in Baltimore, Chicago, and DC. Yeah, that's right. They better stay away from Boston. Nando's Peri Peri chicken. I have one literally across the street from your apartment. Dang. Slightly expensive KFC. Yeah. Speaking of KFC, where are the Aussies at? What time is it in Aussie land? Isn't it like 3 a.m. in Australia or something like that? 8 a.m.? Yeah. How about KFC, man? Is that like a good... I think it's a good conversation starter with Australians. I swear, every time I talk to Australians, they're like, let's get some fucking KFC. You are right, John. You are right. They do have their harbors. What is a zinger box? Nando's was alright when I tried it in London. It wasn't bad. Oh, it's hot and spicy? Hell yeah. Okay. Whoppers and Pepsi, or as I say, Pipsy. Oh my God. Hits you with that zing. Makes sense. I love it. I love Australians like take on words. Do you guys think it's jarring having like super wide spreads between how much your ability heals? 150% more Holy Light healing. Sounds so weird to me. And Holy Light's healing is increased by an additional 50%. So that means Inflow on its own is increasing the healing of Holy Light by 100%. Huh. Yeah, okay, so that's the thing in the States. In the US, some people actually do call it, like, all soda gets called Coke or all soda gets called pop. I don't know. I didn't grow up in those areas. It was soda and then whatever specific soda you had. Yeah. Cold drink? Pfft. That could be anything. They call all sodas Coke? Yeah, I know. It drives me crazy. Yeah. Soda or pop, if you call all of it Coke, you're dumb. Okay, I do agree with that to an extent. I still think pop is a bit much. It's a little extra. You get a Zinger rice box where it's spicy chicken, spicy rice, and mayo. Oh, fucking mayo. Ugh, fucking mayo. Yeah, I mean, soft drinks is accurate, too. See, I don't ask for a pop. They thought I was asking for a popsicle. Oh, no. Yeah. There needs to be, like, whenever you move somewhere, there needs to be, like, a colloquialism guide or something. Like in Texas, for example, if you want to get, like, a light beer, you don't ask for, most of the time, honestly. Most of the time, you don't really ask for a like a Bud Light or Coors Light or whatever, right? You get a Lone Star. And that's like the Texified version of like Bud Light or whatever, you know? But there's like, yeah, I don't know, Google. Have you seen the responses on Google lately, Vox? They've been a little weird. Lone Star's not bad. I don't really like light beer though. There's so many breweries in Austin as is that, you know, there's bound to be something out there. Yeah. 10 different words for a bread roll in different parts of the UK? No, I haven't. So much healthier since I started eating small rocks every day. Yeah, yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm trying to find a squad to do a little bit of dungeon testing, you know? So yes, I will work on a video and everything like that when the stream is over crazy. Basically, they made Oracle better. They made Oracle better and cool. Ketsu, tank for me. Beer here in Aaron Rodgers Brewery called Sting a Ding. Oh my god. My search results are now what I'm looking for with the quotes: TikTok, YouTube, Quora. Oracle's like better, but it seems like a sweaty nerd version of Hero Talents, where it's a lot of work to get value from it, and it might be tuned highly enough that like it could be the most optimal way, but you also would have to like manipulate it, because you can basically stack 2 Oracle buffs on top of each other in like a disc ramp or, you know, holy cooldowns or whatever. But key point. But, you know, there's a little bit of, like, micro involved of, like, hitting Piety, starting your damage profile, then hitting Insight so that you can get cooldown reduction for your Penance and, like, Shadow or Death and things like that for more Inescapable Torment procs. So it's more, like, micro going on to get the reward. And then, meanwhile, we have Holy Pally with turbo buffs to, you know, Avenging Crusader and Holy Light. More work does not sound fun. I was the biggest fan of them bringing back Lightwell. I need more stuff like that. Yeah, I actually want them to move Lightwell up higher. I want Lightwell to be taken... I want it to be positioned so that you're always taking it in raids, and then, like, you could take it in keys, or you could take some other, like, 5-man option. I don't like it being so low in the tree. I really want Lightwell to be like a mainstay. I want Lightwell and Divine Word and Divine Image. Honestly. Do you want your melee battle pally back? Well, it feels like you can play melee battle pally. You like pop wings, pop the judgment, and then start, you know, cranking output. And so it, you know, it does feel like you have those options sort of available to you for hitting those buttons and producing a whole bunch of healing, but I don't know. Modify them in the tree. True. I'd also like it if there's just less points in all the trees. It seems awkward to be a sort of sometimes battle paladin. I agree. I also don't feel like there's like well fleshed out routes for Pally. Like, I would rather it be set up so that, like, you go one direction to go caster pally, you go one direction to go battle pally or something, you know? I take Veneration in the talent where you get 2 charges of Hammer of Wrath. What would I drop? Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like this like half-baked, like you straddle the line between one or the other, you know? Yeah, exactly. Like Mistweaver has a caster setup, and then they have a fist sweeping setup. Here, I feel like there's certain talents like Daybreak, Tears Deliverance, which are like too universal. Like just make Tears a caster focused setup and shove caster stuff to the right. And then, you know, you can have like Beacon off to the side, it's easy to get, or make it into the center and it's easy to get. And then you have another side that's like Battle Paladin stuff. You know? I'd really prefer that because it feels like you're just straddling the line. I don't even think we need Daybreak as a cooldown personally. I don't really see any point to it. I think they should make Tears like a caster only kind of thing. When you have too many cooldowns, it just waters everything down. And you become dependent on those cooldowns to actually crank output. Like Paladin has like 4 cooldowns, right? They've got Wings, Daybreak, Tears Deliverance, and what's the 4th one? Divine Toll. It's like, the fuck, man? Like, thank you. Yeah, it's like, you can have all these abilities, and Aura Mastery, yeah, but like, I meant healing cooldowns, but you know what I mean. You can have a lot of cooldowns, but make some caster cooldowns, and some not caster cooldowns. There you go. No, Holy Paladin doesn't have Breath of Syndragosa. Silly. I know. Just rotating cooldowns and playing your interface? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you doofus. You love DT, DB synergy, but it costs you the overall feeling of melee pally? Yeah, it's just, you don't need to have all of these cooldowns. And in fact, having less cooldowns would actually make the spec feel better. I think they just need to do like a hard bit of shuffling. They just need to do a bunch of shuffling with the talents. Doesn't feel good. Remove it and buff the spenders. It's like too passive. It's too passive. I mean, they also nerfed the bonus healing. So you used to get 25% bonus healing, and now it's only 15% bonus healing on those spells. And so then again, it waters it down, right? Tears does have a heal on it, but it's all just passive. It's light heals. Look at it. You're healing 5 injured allies instantly for 8k. Woo! Like, for reference, my health bar is 736,000. Like, it's insanely low. Yeah. But it shows up on the meters, and, you know, it adds up over time. So that's the thing, is, like, having less cooldowns that you have access to all the time, and then making them more powerful, you know, means that they're actually going to feel like they're doing something for you. They're actually going to feel like there's value. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be much, much nicer. Really a melee pally if you don't use both? That's the thing, is like you could still be utilizing like Crusader Strike or something like that. Like, you could play a caster build, right? And you wouldn't have any need to be in melee, but then you can also be in melee in a non-caster setup doing other things. I mean, it seems like they're pushing you to be casting spells, right? Seems like it. Yeah, Mordog, did you have an input on what talents I would switch out? Because I feel like it's kind of tough because you're forced into taking things like Daybreak and Tears Deliverance and maxing them out. Oh, it's a lot different. Yeah. Yeah. They really don't want me to test these dungeons. But other healers get, I'm disappointed and sad as a Holy Priest main. Really? I don't know. I think Holy Priest 1026 rework is great. I think Archon's pretty good. Oracle just seems like a lot of work. That's my like problem with it. It just seems like it's a lot of work to perform with. It's not as bad anymore. Just still work. I appreciate it, Palpatine. Yeah, it's unfortunately a little tougher to get off the ground, you know. Some burst AoE, I mean, Sanctify. I mean, Priest is just not a mobile healer. It just never will be, you know. It just never will be. Nah, I'm good, humanity. Thank you, though. Play the interface even more. Make sure lots are up so you can daybreak, get lots up again. We're rotating your 30 cooldowns. Yeah. 100%. All right, well, at least I got, you know. Let's do new window. New window. Let's take some notes. Holy Paladin changes. Infusion. Big increase to Holy Light healing. Reduced cast time of Holy Light. Inflorescence. Whatever. 50% increase to Holy Light. Total of 150% healing to Holy Light with buffs. Very jarring difference between buffed and unbuffed. Buffs for Avenging Crusader. What are the specific verbiage? Longer duration, reduced cooldown, or an extra charge of Crusader Strike, and reduces judgment. Yeah. Using Crusader. Eternal Flame feels like it'd synergize well with this as you have sustained output to go with the bursty nature of melee wings. And more incentive to use spenders for more awakening. Bad side. Feels like Holy Paladin is squashing caster builds and melee builds together rather than making two distinct builds like Mistweaver has. Too much pressure to take all of the cooldowns rather than splitting them up into caster, hybrid, or melee categories. Trying to do everything to please everyone pleases no one. Is it all one word? I'm gonna say it's all one word. Yeah. Yeah, there's not a tank queuing up. Let's check out Shaman. Ah, man, Jables. I appreciate you, dude. All right. Totemic Shaman. Oh yeah, that's right. Increase the duration of your earth living effects, and your totems are actually going to be larger now. So they're actually like implementing everything. Yeah, yeah. Let me see. What a girthy healing rain. What do you think of Kata Holy Pally Mastery? I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. Is it Mist of Pandaria Mastery, where you make absorbs? No, one, but Google said there was nothing wrong, and then it's 2 words. Oh. you know. It's just so, like, I feel like Totemic Shaman trades interactions instead of, like, all this spell interactions type stuff. It's just more convenience. And I think convenience can kind of carry you pretty far. Yes, the one that makes absorbs. Okay, yeah, that was the same one that Paladin had in this Pandaria, where like all your heals, illuminated healing is what it's called. Yeah, all your healing would create absorbs. Yeah, very insane. It was also really small absorbs, and so the law of absorbs is that the smallest absorbs get soaked up first. So it was really crazy. Really, really crazy. Yeah. Yeah, having your totem also casting its own chain heals is gonna be pretty wild. Look at how far that thing jumps, man. Woo! Wait, what is not yet implemented? Everything is implemented, right? Yeah, looks like it is. Is my Cloudburst throwing chain heals? I thought it was... Jumps to nearby target, causing the totem. Looks like it's Surging Totem that's actually casting the chain heals, right? Oh, it is all of them. Yeah. Top right. Healing Tide, Healing Stream, Cloudburst, Mana Tide, and Spirit Link. Cast a free instant chain heal. There he goes. Okay. Yeah. Okay, okay. You would, but he's haven't eaten yet, and he's almost 4. Eat at your desk. I got my canes right here, which is actually getting kind of cold. Love healing and No Life Season 1 and 2. And got CE, nothing special. But I still love my time. But Season 3 and Season 4 were so unfun. Hate the state of M Plus at the moment. Yeah, it just feels like there's no way to actually just save people from danger, save people from mistakes anymore. Cook your food? I mean, so do I, Ketsu, but I usually just microwave it and then I'm good to go. Yeah. Thick toast looking thing with like Nashville chicken on TikTok and it looks insane. Texas toast. Yeah. New broken feelings. I feel ya. It gets better. It gets better. TW looking promising. It's looking better. They still aren't doing enough, in my opinion, to work on the like stamina gains over time for players, to make it so that we're not just bursting people up to life all the time. Yeah. Swalsuki, let's go. Listen, it'll take you no time at all. Oh, Katsu, start creatine. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. If you're lifting weights, go start creatine. Creatine, get jacked. Last one on the right. Don't know what it is? So, your muscles have juice in them. And then you push with your muscles, and then you run out of juice, you can't push anymore. You get your creatine monohydrate, and it fills your muscles with more juice, so you can push them harder, so that you can build them up more. Also, it helps with like cognition and stuff like that. At least I feel like it does. Not, maybe I'm just insane. Could be. But yeah, big fan. Maybe it's enhanced, it's not yet implemented, but this stuff is good. Yeah. Yeah. But I can at least say from personal experience. Oh yeah, it actually is Memorial Day, so you could probably just do it right now. Yeah, I order mine from Transparent Labs, and theirs is good. So actually, the one that I got is cherry kiwi. I'll just go get it. One sec. I need to make some anyway. Okay. Juicy muscles isn't nice in your brain. It's good for you. Trust. This is what I get. Focus. This cherry kiwi is actually like super good. But yeah. Highly recommend. It's leaking. Yeah. It's good. Drink lots of water, but you should be, drinking a lot of water anyway. But yeah, juices up here, juice up muscles, you get big and strong. More muscles, more base metabolic rate, burn more calories. Eat. Plus, you're like tiny, so like you just take a little bit more like energy than liquid. Yeah, 1 liter a day, so you're okay. Yeah. Get creatine, get a little mixer for it. Take a scoop a day. Chilling. Yep. Be jacked in no time. Stop being salty. Well, get owned, Enhance. Tiny and Ferocious, yeah, you'll see gains even faster. See gains even faster. Discord it to you? Alright, heard. There's probably cheaper creatines out there, but I like Transparent Labs. And they have a holiday sale going on. Katsu. Yeah, after, I don't know, like 2 weeks of taking it, I definitely, like, noticed I was, like, more alert and shit, you know? So. Hopefully, Vox. I mean, I've been taking it for 6 or 7 months now or something. But, like, I'm tall, so it's all spread out, you know? It's all spread out for me. I'll be doing like the same weights as somebody else in the gym, but they'll be like 5'8", and they'll be like freaking insano ripped. 14 pounds, just diet, no gym, my man. Hey, whatever you can do to get, you know, some kind of physical activity though, it helps a lot. Even if you're just going for a walk or something like that, just getting your body moving in some kind of way helps. My personal recommendation would definitely be lift weights and do like 15 minutes of cardio at least a day. And, you know, the weight, it will slough off of you. But anything you can do to be mobile, you know? Gym's not for everybody. I'm probably going to do some climbing this week. At some point this week, I'll go back and do climbing. I think I'm at like 7 to 8K steps a day. I know people always say the 10K mark, but like, honestly, if you just do something, work days are 12 to 13 hour days. Oof. Yeah, all that travel time definitely hurts. Are you at desk all day? Because they have some of those like under desk like bike things that you could get, so you're at least getting something going, you know? But I mean, if you also work a job that's got you moving and you're around on your feet, that, you know, always helps. Standing desk, there you go. Yeah. Mostly an office job. Yeah, if you're standing or you get like a treadmill or something like that, so you can get like some steps in or something like that, every little bit helps. Like one thing I wish I did when I first got started was basically like writing down like incremental steps to take. Because it's really fucking hard when you start from zero. You just have to like slowly get comfortable adding a little bit more into the equation. And then kind of pushing yourself for the next step, and then the next step, and the next step. So. 10K steps a day, 4 days in the week to go to the gym and shorten on calories, yeah. 2 pounds a week, my man. All your blood work's good. There you go. Yeah, and that's the thing. If you're in a position where like you're already pretty healthy, your blood's already in good work and everything like that, then you know you're only gonna make yourself healthier in the long term, right? Before it gets bad. Exactly. Like I go to the gym at like 9 or 10 a.m. Don't stalk me, please. But if you're naturally there, it's okay to say hi. But I usually see, like, I'm usually there with a lot of old people, right? And you kind of see, like, here's people who did take care of themselves, here's people who didn't, you know? Yeah. Oh no, 34. Go Zen mode. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Push-ups, pull-ups, air squats. I'm telling you, man, add the weight. Get strong. Some 80-year-old's gonna walk up to Jack and say hi? Probably. Okay, I shit you not. I had a friend who I just met IRL, you know. And when I talked to them about like what I do, you know, we'd have conversations about it. And there was actually one moment where they're like, hey, I think a friend of mine knows you. And they introduced me to this like high-end surgeon who like crazy successful, got their own practice, you know, family, and they're all grounded. And that guy's actually a huge priest nerd. I don't think he plays anymore. But yeah, I went and got drinks with him and everything like that. And, you know, I sat there and we were just talking about WoW for a couple hours. So like, I'm just saying, you never know. I've had that happen, and then I also got free drinks at a bar one time because the bartender was also a fan of the priest guides and stuff. So, you know? Yeah. Sometimes finding the right things that either motivate or make you feel the right way are just as important as finding out how to do the work right. Yeah, exactly. Sustainability, you know? A lot of it from home, most resistance bands, and find some good source of workout methods on YouTube. Yeah. That's the thing. There's always like, there's some kind of fitness out there that's good for everyone, you know? Was he a brain surgeon? Nah, not that kind of surgeon. I'm not trying to dox my new friend in town, you know? Yeah, Ian was a lawyer in like DC area. Like he was in one of like the big firms, you know? True. Lego was in the right place at the right time. They like overcharged me for tacos. They charged me for like, I wanted to buy 3 and they charged me for like 5, and then so they gave me 8 or something like that. So you know what? Lego was in the right place at the right time. It was just like, here you go. Trying to fit this cupcake in your mouth? Hey, okay, Griffin, you're like 100 pounds wet, okay? You can eat the cupcake. Bet you at a bar, do the timid buy you a drink, but do it anonymously because you're a coward? Ah, just say hi. Don't worry. I don't bite. Griffin, more like Sparrow. Coffee, you're wanting to talk. Lordy. Totemic's good. It's just like convenient. I don't know. The way I feel about Totemic Shaman is that the whole thing is just kind of convenience. Do I feel like I'm, oh my god, empowering all this amazing stuff? Not really, but it's just sort of convenient, you know? And I think that's good enough, right? Doing TwitchCon? I don't know, actually. I think it's back in San Diego, right? I'm definitely not doing Rotterdam, because I'm seeing family at that time. But, no, San Diego was pretty fun. I was gonna say, I feel like you're more wiry, Griff. Yeah. So, I played with the several talents they've added it. I feel like 50 of the totems thrown out chain heal is going to feel powerful. Yeah, I haven't been able to find a tank arc, unfortunately. But it is nice that the implemented talents kind of do their thing, you know? Yeah, I bet Vegas was a shit show. Actually went on sale today. Oh, that's why I got all those pings. I think Oracle is like more formed. It just feels like it is a lot of work. That's really my like new take on it, is that it's just like a lot of work. Acid Rain placement might be off, true. Yeah, when we were doing dungeons, it seemed like, sometimes it's working right, sometimes it's not. So like you kind of have to hope for a melee meta, and then you'll be big chillin'. Yeah. All the healers seem to have a sweaty nerd spec. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I would call Farseer a sweaty nerd spec. I don't like having to activate those abilities off Unleash. It feels very, like, clunky and slow, like I'm walking around in a plate of armor. Yeah. Many times rain placed wrong would annoy people in the average dungeon may outweigh the convenience. True, it could. I think once beta comes around, you're gonna see the bad placement, and they'll probably do something about it. I would have to imagine. Maybe they'll make like a choice node. Maybe they can make a choice node to be able to like center it out, or to always be like placed on you or something like that. How would they do that? I think they have room to be able to adjust it. I don't know. I think it's one of those things that, like, it could be a problem, but not so grievous that it would ruin everything, you know? That's my take, at least. Beta when? Hopefully next week, man. Hopefully next week. Something different next expansion? Doing druid for so long, considering Void Weaver? Yes, do it more. Ditch the druid, join the priesthood. Callie had a chimichanga on your road trip and he had no clue what a chimichanga was? Yeah, I'm actually Googling that right now. Oh yeah, it's like a corn dog. Or a beef Wellington. Yeah. Got sun called in your raid last night? Wait, you got sun called? What do you mean? Texas of the Tex-Mex. I knew I'd like seen it, but you know, it's like an enchilada, but you know. Suncaller? Is that? I guess you still lost me. Oh, Bellarelos. Yeah. H-Pally feels like they're trying to please everybody, Sua, and then in the process they please nobody. It's like they're adding more benefits to Avenging Crusader, which is like melee wings, where your damage is healing. And at the same time, they're more than doubling your caster spells, your Holy Light healing, when you have infusion procs. So, it's a little bit of everything. And your spenders are still bad. Do I need to keep Shadow's DPS off spec for when friends want to heal? But I do haste mastery, I guess. I would tell those friends to fuck off. Just kidding. I'm the healer. Yeah, I guess so, man. I'm pretty sure if you just have the haste, you're basically gonna be fine. As far as I remember with Shadow. Been a minute since I played Shadow. That's not true, John. I listened to you on some things. That's right. You can't even torture it out of me, Coffee. I'll deny everything. I'll deny everything. Let me see. Where are the changes that they had for Prez? I want to check that out real fast. Okay, where are you? Time conversions no longer grant stamina when using a defensive cooldown longer than 45 seconds. Let's see. That is Chrono Warden. Non-defensive abilities with a 45-second or longer cooldown grant intellect. Essence spells extend the duration. Why did it say it was stamina? Do you abandon disc and go holy? I haven't spent much of your bullions. Haven't really geared it, so I can't find if it's good and fun. It's pinned at the top of chat, Adam. You can still play both, honestly. I've still been playing both. Especially when you're in keys and you need a lot of haste. You know? Super geared on Evoker and Shaman, knowing you're doing half the damages of Holy Priest. Yeah. It always changes, though. There's always one king of damage dealing. So frustrated as a content creator, like I just want to test your build, invite people who play tanks. Yeah, it can be. It can be. But I know beta's coming, so you just gotta be patient with it. So 87% crit on Shaman? God damn. There was let me see. What was the other thing that they had? Og, Devastation. Oh, I guess it was only Chrono Warden for Prez. And then, oh yeah, Flow State can trigger from power spells, and Threads of Fate cannot. Let me see. Cause time to flow 5% faster, increasing movement speed, recharge rate, and cast speed. That's right. I don't know why they want to push that, but then Threads. The fuck? Oh, is Threads of Fate an AUG only ability? Oh, I guess it is, yeah. Because all I see it is in Echo, so I guess it's an AUG thing. Alright, fine. They made a couple like slight changes to AUG and to they made a couple little changes to AUG stuff. Oh man, you gotta find the... Do I have any of the crystal lights on my desk? I don't. But I've been focusing on the crystal lights to shake some things up and everything like that. I appreciate it, Auntie. I haven't been able to find DPS either, unfortunately. Cal said his damage dealers were bugged. He couldn't actually queue up for the dungeons at all, unfortunately. So it's been a weird day. Been a weird day. So Resto only had the Trank differences. Druid of the Claws, not any Resto related stuff. Yeah, we saw the Dreamflake get Giga buffed. We went over all the priest stuff, and we'll make a video about that. Cool. Yeah, how much is Dreamflake gonna heal people for? It sounds like it's going to be healing for like 100k when your health bar is, you know, 300 or 400k. So maybe a 30 your HP, give or take, fourth. Yeah, I don't think that you'd really end up using it. They basically changed that to keep it within the same principle. It's like the principle of the thing is why they're doing it. So I kind of get that. But I also, at the same time, don't think it's really going to amount to much in the way of changes. You know? Yeah, I think that they've already moved around. Like having Life Spark, which is the Season 4 talent setup, getting moved to live is already like fantastic. So I'm not worrying about it too terribly much. Still fairly underwhelming? Yeah. It's more that they want to do it for the principles, and that's fine. Like, okay, cool. You did that. All middle towns using the current M+ build and take the improved Dream Breath. True. I still want them to change all of the spells so that all the spells are naturally doing more healing in 5-mans, and then raid healing gets slowed down a lot. But what can you do, man? I made a good point on Twitter that Holy Power doesn't feel like a relevant resource, and your actual resources are just procs. You feel like current TW Pally still has that problem? Yeah, I mean, especially when they buffed up Infusion of Light. So now Infusion and Inflorescence are increasing the healing of your Holy Light by a massive margin. So basically, if you have that proc, you're getting 150% more healing out of your Holy Light, which is huge value, and it's also splashing if you take that talent. So yeah, you're just getting ridiculous output out of that proc. And if you don't have the proc, then yeah, you feel like doo-doo. So I think the problems for Paladin are more gonna be on procs feel strong, cooldowns feel like they are mandatory to do any output, and your base healing feels massively weak. The same spell does tremendously more or less healing depending on the various stacking modifiers that exist. So, not great. Not great. Just a little bit of a rough situation. I still haven't gotten a tome to drop for me. Yeah, I have still not had that luck. Yeah. Camilla, thank you so much for the 9 months in a row. Thank you. Hope we've been doing well. You got a mythic track tome? Dang. Congrats, man. Oof. Good luck, Fox. Good luck. I am chilling. We actually got some healer changes today, which is nice. I hope that the Paladin changes in particular are like preceding a Pally like facelift for their talents. I really hope so. At least at the moment, it seems like you're just taking all of the cooldowns and they all feel weak and they all feel lame, and it's like, ugh. Yeah. We tried Tome or Hero Dragon Scale with Leech. Gotta blast that damage, baby. When we did the charity pro-am this past weekend, we didn't get the updated tome. It was still the old tome. It was like, crud. So basically for Holy Priest, Hero Talent, or sorry, Holy Pally, I think the Herald of the Sun has like better synergy with the sort of weird direction they're taking right now. But Lightsmith actually does feel good. Oh, sorry, you meant Holy Priest. Okay. Archon gives you buffed up halos, which are really strong. Or you juggle all of the buffs and cooldown management of Oracle. And it seems like the benefit is actually going to be better now. It's just the issue that you have a lot of things to like micromanage and juggle around, which is not that appealing. So, yeah, it's kind of an either or situation, unfortunately. I absolutely want to play Holy Pally next expansion, but the way the base tree is going is definitely causing me some frustration. It's making me not want to as much. They changed smart casting and oppressions. As the major cooldown active will be highlighted in the game and display a buff. Oh, that's funny. When cast without a target, the smart targeting will now prefer damage roll players who have their major cooldowns active. Oh, that's kind of cool. It made it even easier. Is HP cooked? Keep it straight. Okay, so basically, Cactus, they want to please everybody. And they want to have, like, caster stuff mixed in with melee stuff. So you're doing both of them at once, which is feeling pretty terrible. How you doing, Akiji? So it's like, you have melee wings, and melee wings feel stronger, and you're spending, you know, your spenders, and they don't really do all that much. But then when you have infusion procs, you want to spend your infusion procs on holy lights. So you're kind of doing both, and then it kind of seems like it's just going to be bad in general. So, yeah. Yeah. I really think they need to like break up the tree. So there's like a caster quarantine zone, and then like a melee zone where you could play damage to healing with, you know, Avenging Crusader, or you could just play normal stuff. Yeah, I think the problem is definitely in the base Paladin tree, and it's not in the hero talents. I think the hero talents are fine. Yeah. You got off the healing train? Oh no. Are you just playing Ret now? And Holy Abomination that both sides will hate? Yep. You are far from the first Ret Pally that is an ex Holy Pally man. Unfortunate. Just a Ret aura buff now. Feels bad, man. You just hate to see it. Og Vacation might have started again for a little easy downtime. I know, they're making it even easier. It's crazy. Crazy. All right, well, I wanna get some time in to make these videos. Definitely a priest video. Definitely a priest video for sure. Yeah, they basically made it so you can see when people have their major cooldowns up as Og, and then it'll basically prefer to auto cast on those players anyway. So yeah, payphone spec got even more payphone. Og is here to stay. LOL. Yep. All right, gamers. If you haven't followed the stream already, be sure to do so. I'm going to get cracking on the videos, and whenever my editor has the time, we'll get those rolling out for y'all ASAP. Tomorrow, what am I doing tomorrow? I think we get on early and we stream. Yeah. I think I've cleared out my schedule of all the other early stuff that I needed to get done. So 1 p.m. Eastern start. We'll be back on Twitch and on YouTube, so make sure to follow on both. And we'll be slamming. I might do another article for Wowhead as well on the state of whichever hero talent they want to talk about. But let's see if we can toss the raid on over to Kalamazi. Say what's up to him as he's testing some Warlock stuff out, all right? Have a good night, guys. Take it easy. And thank you for all the gifted sub loving, all the primes and everything. You guys are the reason I'm able to do what I do, and I really appreciate it. Later, friends.
The charge is there, that Inferno should still be there. Look at that's wild. That's wild, dude. Like the charge end should still be there, right?